Alrighty, party peoples of the interwebs, Viva Fry, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler, quite clearly not in Florida, Lugano. I was going to show you the view of the mountains, but there are clouds everywhere today, so the view that is beautiful is of downtown Lugano right behind me, in what looks more like a scene out of Wes Anderson Hotel Budapest than a standard car vlog. The news of the day, speaking of cars, yet another fatal accident involving another 18-wheeler big rig truck and another illegal alien who seems to have gotten a trucker's license somehow, and yet again, that illegal alien's last name is Singh. Taking notes so I don't make any material mistakes, because I will not get to edit this video down in any meaningful sense. The culprit this time is named Jajanpreet Singh. You'll remember that the other one in Florida, who also got his trucker's license out of California, it would seem was Harjapreet Singh? It was a Singh as well. And there is objectively a serious problem with a name that is the Indian equivalent of Smith, people coming in, sometimes unidentified, illegally, getting detained, getting released, then somehow getting commercial driver's license, CDLs, commercial truck driver license, then killing American citizens, innocent American citizens. This one now occurred with a California driver, it would seem, in California. It's actually Ontario, California. And if you see it in print, it looks like Ontario, CA, which I thought was Ontario, Canada. And I was wondering how an illegal alien from California ended up in Canada. But no, Ontario, California, a man who crossed the border illegally in, checks notes, 2018. A man who was, checks notes, detained in 2022 and released by the Biden administration. How the hell he went on to get a commercial driver's license is beyond the understanding of law-abiding, legal visa-applying citizens or aspiring citizens, or people just like myself. How the hell does an illegal alien get caught, detained, released under the alternatives to detention, and then as an illegal alien get a commercial driver's license? There are people out there, and I know many of them, who shouldn't even have a regular driver's license. There are people out there who think that commercial truck driving is as simple as a video game, not understanding that it is an art, it is a skill, it is a trade that has not only been crippled by policy to the point where they now say, oh, we have a shortage of commercial drivers, so we need to allow illegal aliens to drive big rig 18-wheeler multi-ton trucks, as though it's the same thing in the minds of these people who espouse what I believe is the modern version of slave labor, to say, all right, well, we don't have people to pick the vegetables in the farms, and so we need illegal aliens to do that. We don't have people to screw together little micro devices, and we need illegal aliens to do that. We don't have people to be exploited for factories in Springfield, Ohio, so we need to bring in illegal aliens, give them temporary protective status so they can be exploited for cheap modern day slave labor. It's what it is. It's not a pure Democrat problem, it's a uni party problem, but it's objectively a problem, and it's objectively what is going on. Bring in low-skilled labor so they can be exploited because they don't speak the language, otherwise known as human trafficking. And they think they can do to farm work in the commercial truck driver industry. And they are now seeing the deadly consequences of that failed policy coming out of California. And I like to say, Gavin Newsom is not a good multitasker. He's not a good governor. He's not a good anything other than scum. And he has spent more time trash talking, shit posting against Trump, both through his direct account at Gavin Newsom and through his government press account. Shit posting on Trump, posting parody posts, not protecting his own citizens, his own constituents, and killing American citizens through his failed immigration policy, sanctuary city, open border policy, and now giving commercial driver's license to illegal aliens. By the way, this, which one was this one? Jajanpreet Singh was also on drugs, intoxicated, or something under the influence, plowed into cars in front of him. By the way, much like with the Harjinder Singh out of Florida, a man who was pulled over and failed an English test, Jajanpreet Singh also failed an English test. Though this accident, and I'll show you the clip, knowing that it'll get suppressed on CommuTube because they don't want this narrative getting out, so they'll suppress the video algorithmically, and they'll say, oh no, this contains an image of a car crash or some disaster, therefore we must algorithmically suppress revealing the truth, while allowing the legacy media to run with this and play the very same images. Set that aside, you'll see it. This has nothing to do with not speaking English at this particular point. This probably has to do with someone being on a phone while driving a big rig 18-wheeler, thinking that this thing will brake and stop as quickly as a small vehicle. People don't seem to understand. It's the mass of a vehicle that will determine how long it takes to slow down. So same speed for different mass trucks. One is going to take a whole hell of a lot more time to slow down. One is going to cause a whole hell of a lot more devastation when it rear ends a standard sedan, like this one did. Rear ends one car, blows it into another, blows that one into the back of another pickup truck. The car that he hit initially, a small white vehicle, bursts into flames, killing 3 people. Illegal alien, detained, released, given commercial driver's license, driving big rig trucks as though it's riding a bicycle, riding one of those bird scooters that you see all over California, has now killed 3 more. I don't know if they were American citizens. It doesn't matter if they were citizens, foreigners here, innocent people who are the victims of failed policy, failed leadership, and Gavin Newsom's failed governorship and state of California. You know, people were blaming it on Gavin. How the hell could Gavin be responsible for a death in Florida? We now know how in that Harjinder Singh case. Now Gavin Newsom is responsible for the deaths in Ontario, California. It's unbelievable. And we're seeing it in Canada. We are seeing foreigners who don't speak the language, who are unskilled, thinking you can just get these licenses and thinking government agencies can just issue these licenses as though there's not a skill and an art to big rig truck driving. There is. Gord McGill, who I've had on the channel, go check out that interview. He is a former trucker explaining the problem, explaining what's going on with these companies hiring illegal aliens. And then when they have names like Singh, and you can literally find multiple Harjinder Singhs to the point where people found another accident. This is the Florida Harjinder Singh. They found some bridge incident, which was a Harjinder Singh, but a different Harjinder Singh. Some of these people are getting licenses where it doesn't even mention a name. And they are foreigners who don't speak the language being given licenses to kill, literally. And that's where we're at. Just more death, more destruction, more devastation from failed policy, but all the while, they rage against Donald Trump for improving the ballroom in the White House. They rage against Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, his wife, while they literally lead to the deaths of their own citizens through overt criminal negligence. You issue a license to an illegal alien who doesn't speak the language, who then goes on to kill people, Gavin Newsom, you should be in jail. So that's it. This is Lugano. It's beautiful. I slept 12 plus hours yesterday. I woke up a few times, but I woke up this morning, it was 11:22 local time, and I'm like, I thought my phone was broken. It's beautiful. I'll give you the panoramic behind me. But that's what's going on in America. Every country has their problems. There are issues in Europe. There are issues even in paradise, Switzerland. I don't consider this paradise, by the way. I love America. I love the American spirit. The mountains are beautiful, but I will take the freedom of Florida every day of the week. But that's it. I'll show you around here and enjoy. Viva Fry. If you like what I do, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Turn on notifications. Make sure that you're following the Viva Fry on Twitter, Viva Fry on Rumble, VivaBarnesLaw.locals.com for the best above average law community out there. And now you know your vlog. Enjoy. And I'll just very casually bring you over here and show you the beautiful mountain valley. Yesterday I climbed the mountain right over there. You can't really see it right behind that flag. Climbed it. That's what I wanted to show you today, but clouds are here and we'll see if it gets nicer towards sunset. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!
Take a look. This is exclusive dash cam video that is now the subject of several law enforcement investigations. Shows the moment a red semi-truck plowed into a number of vehicles on the westbound 10 freeway in Ontario just after 1 p.m. yesterday. The CHP told the LA Times the driver of this big rig is a 21-year-old man who is now under arrest on suspicion of driving under the influence of drugs. A total of 4 semis were involved and also 4 passenger vehicles, one of them exploding in flames. 3 people were killed and 4 others were taken to local hospitals. This horrific crash happened just east of the 15 freeway and shut down all westbound lanes for more than 12 hours. Thousands of drivers were trapped in the gridlock just as the evening commute was getting underway. It also happened near the Ontario airport, so the crash likely delayed people that were trying to get to their flights.